Bonjour, hi love! So in today's video, I'm gonna relax my mind, my brain, my soul and spirit in doing little necklaces and talking to you about everything and anything. Oh, I'm gonna show you some necklaces that I've done in the past that I surprisingly wear quite often. This little one with a heart. The symbolism behind the heart is to remind myself and everyone around that even if it doesn't seem like it, I do have a heart, and a big one. It's all pink, because why not? This one I wear a lot. There's this one, it's just like this. There's, oh my god, this one I used to wear freaking a lot. I think I'm gonna wear it again with a star. Ooh. The symbolism and meaning behind the star is, for this case, that I am a star, that even in the darkest times I should always remember that I have the light in me that is shining bright, like a diamond, but it's a star. I love this one. Oh, I have this purple one. It's just lilac. And for the rest, oh, I have also this one. Wait, this one, every time I wear it, I always get compliments. It says cute. The meaning for this one is pretty much self-explanatory. It's like colorful like this. Love it so much. And this one with my first name, with my initial. And there's this one. I'm not gonna say it out loud because it's gonna get demonetized, even though I'm not monetized. Well, fuck. But like written incorrectly because I didn't have the letter U. So I think I'm gonna do the first necklace. It was the first and the last because I had other things to do. Come on, I do have a life. With like, wait, let me show you. With like the little baby blue pearls. Because I don't have any necklace that it's blue, really. And it could fit with a lot of outfits of mine. So currently, I am technically in spring break. And I had the time to watch the new season of Outer Banks. What the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck was that? I watched all the seasons, so like, I know what's up. She knows. She knows. But the whole, like, why people fell in love with the TV show in the first place is that the fact that you have a group of friends that are like really tight knitted and they're like friends forever and all of that. And in every episode you see them together, you see them in trouble together, have fun together. And in the new season, they're always apart. They're always like, instead of being all together, there's like little groups. And it's like, no, what the fuck is that? First of all, and second of all, the whole Big John, like John B's father, I am glad this bitch died at the end. He was so freaking annoying. It's like, spend freaking time with your son. Who fucking cares about the treasure? Like, you didn't see your son for the last year. And also, I thought Big John was like missing for more than a year. I thought he was missing since John B was a kid. Maybe I like got confused and they like clearly said in the previous season, sorry, that he just disappeared for the last year, but I was sure that he was gone for way longer than a year. First of all, in the whole season, from episode like 2 or 3 till episode 7, it's all John B and Big John, Pope and Cleo, and then JJ and Kiara. Like, huh? Like, that's not what I subscribed for. And called JJ? Jage? Huh? What is that? What's the point of having a nickname if you elongate the nickname? Jage? And it could have been okay if it was just a little cute thing that Kiara would call JJ. But everyone started to call him Jage. It was like, huh? And not to be shady or anything, but usually when I watch TV shows, like, my brain is off. You could show me whatever is happening. It may not make any sense. I'll believe it. Like, I'll eat that shit up. But like, Rudy Panko, I think that's his name, the actor of JJ, his acting this season was like, it was like, what? What is that? And like the little errors, like behind the scenes, I don't know how to call it, like when you see like JJ's fake hair, or when you see like the stunt doubles, like their faces. What was that? And also, what I hated the most is like, this season is like they found a cross and then they lose it, and then, oh, now we have to find a diary. They find a diary, they lose it. Oh, now we have to find something. Like, can you just relax? Like, you're 16, take a rest. The fuck? The only character that didn't get on my nerve this season was Topper. Even though he was kind of a douche, Sarah Cameron was much more of a douche to him than he was to them. First of all, Rafe, when he gets angry, he's like, like, what the fuck? And it pissed me off so much. Like, it was too, like, I know that the TV show from the start wasn't really realistic, but this season was like too much of unrealism. Like, I was watching it and I was like, what the fuck? It wasn't bad. It wasn't Riverdale bad, but it was still bad. Like, I was so freaking disappointed. I've waited for a year and a half for this. But John, and like the whole guy who's like super like rich, and in the first episode, Singh, I think his name is Singh, like, what I would have done in his place was to just, instead of like pursuing like the Outer Banks kids every time all day long, I would just freaking follow them, like hire spies to follow them from behind so that they don't notice you. And once the whole gang is about to find a treasure, then you come up with a whole gangster team and like stop them from getting the treasure and getting all the treasure for yourself, and peace out. Like, are you kidding me? You have all the resources, all the army, all the money and contacts, and you didn't think of that? That shows you that money doesn't buy your brain. He did. And like, we didn't even see Wheezy, like Sarah Cameron's sister. Like, from the start, she doesn't have a big role, but we saw her for 4 seconds. Like, come on. She could have helped Sarah, and she could have freaking called the airplane, the jet plane. No, that's not the private jet. She could have called the private jet on her father's name instead of getting her father, like, I don't know. She could have done something, Wheezy. Sarah, you could have thought of something. I weirdly love the friendship of Barry and Rafe. I love seeing their little friendship moments. It makes me happy. And what's his name? JJ and Kiara didn't even freaking kiss! You're kidding me. The whole season they were talking about it. The whole season Kiara was like, JJ, what do you have to tell me? And he's like, I'm gonna tell you later. And he couldn't tell her later because every time they're gonna have like a fight with the enemies, or like they're gonna like get separated and stuff. It's like, just freaking say it. First 2 episodes, they were really good. And then you had the whole when Big John and John B, like, I didn't care. It was really bad. And then at the end, it kind of got better. But it's like, what the fuck? You had a year and a half to think of a concept. And the ending, how they all find the treasure and the whole city is applauding them and stuff. So you're telling me that you found the treasure and you sold the city? Why? You want that? You want to prove them that you were right all along? Why? I didn't get that part. Because now you have 2 options: whether the city takes the gold, or they're gonna tax you the fuck out in the during taxes moment period for that gold because you're now a billionaire. Like, that was so dumb. I hope they didn't talk about the gold to the city. I would have kept that shit to myself. I would have burned that motherfucker. I would have went to a fucking private island and lived there for the rest of my life. Talking about gold, Rafe melting the cross. That was... I loved how everyone was like, what the fuck, Rafe? And I was like, I wouldn't have done it, but I get him. I get why he done that. He did that. It was pretty iconic. Like, I didn't see that coming. But like, and at the end, the little grandpa, the great grandpa guy who comes to like the Outer Banks kid, and he's like, oh, I have this treasure from like this mystery from the 70s. No, it's from 170, I don't know, from 300 years ago. I need some help because I'm too old, whatever. Call it freaking private detective. There are 16 years old popes. I don't get, like, what now? They're adults? Like, what now? They're like mystery treasures, adventures specialists. It's so ridiculous. They're like, let them get their education at least. Get their senior year at least. Now they're dropout kids. Like, what? And I realized this season that the show is based on like finding the treasure and stuff, but I wish they had more like, you know, friendship moments and stuff. And the fact that they destroyed the whole Pogue, is it Pogue there? Yeah, Pogues, like with throwing like romantic scenarios and stuff. We don't care about love. We love their friendship. Why ruin it with romantic stuff? My whole rant, I just put like 4 little pearls. I was so angry. Oh, and I started the show The White Lotus because on TikTok a lot of people say the show is like amazing and stuff, and I was like, let's give it a look. There's 2 seasons, so I started with season 1, of course. How can I say this? It was so fucking bad. Like, I had to stop the show. I couldn't watch another more episode. Like, there was, what, 6 episodes in season 1? And each episode is 1 hour. And I stopped after episode 3. Because nothing was happening. When I say nothing, nothing. Like, so freaking boring. Like, I don't get it. Huh? Like, not like when I say nothing, literally nothing is happening. You just see like 7 or 8 different people in a hotel, in a cruise, or I don't know, in a resort. That's the thing. In a resort in Hawaii, living their life. If I wanted to watch that, I would have watched some influencers on YouTube. It was so freaking bad. And people said that season 2, there's a whole, it's not the same characters, and like the season 2 storyline is better, But there's still a lot of people who said that they really loved season 1 and its storyline and stuff. And it's like, girl, I watched half of the season and you're telling me that nothing is happening? I cannot physically, soulfully, spiritually continue watching it. It's not weird. It's just literally boring. Like, nothing is happening. Like, you know when you're doing an exam and you're opening the pages, you're reading the question and you're like, I don't have no clue what they're asking me to do, what they're asking me to answer. And in your brain, there's nothing happening. That's the same thing that it's happening in the show. Nothing. White Lotus. Oh, I watched the Next in Fashion. There's 2 seasons. I started with season 2 because Gigi Hadid is co-hosting it. That show was so freaking good. I watched it in like a day, and there's 10 episodes of like an hour or like 40 minutes each. I think an hour each, and it's so freaking good. So the resume is like a bunch of designers from all around the US who have their own style of designs, their own creativity, their own talent, who they are participating in the show for having the chance to win $200,000. And like each episode there's a challenge that they have to like create a whole outfit in like 10 hours to create a whole outfit. And it's just so freaking good. Like the people, like you kind of get attached to them, and I really love the show. 10 out of 10. Update. So I finished putting the little pearls in the string. Gonna put those big pearls at the end. So when I'll add the little, it's not a hook, it's those things, don't know the name. At the end, it's going to hold it. I didn't make any sense, but I'm aware of it. I want to learn how to crochet. But I know that if I do, I'm not getting out of my house. Even right now, I'm not getting out of my room. So imagine if I learn how to crochet. It's over for my life. For my social life, at least. Here's the final result. I didn't expect it to be like kind of a choker. Yeah, I can do movements. And I started to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I'm just on episode 2, and I really like it. It's really like light, funny, and the main character, played by Andy Sandberg, I think. Girl, the man is hot. I'm watching and I'm like, Rafe Cameron. You can DM. You can text me. Like, anytime, anywhere, whenever, wherever. Homeboy, it's my DMs is your place. Mi casa es tu casa. Like, come on, don't be shy. I don't bite. I just complain. But I'm a lover. That's the moral of the story. I have a love of a love. The amount of complaining that I'm doing is the amount of love that I'm able to give. And that's, my boy, the modern romantic gesture of this day and age. At least from me, from this version of me. On that note, take care of yourselves, sleep well. I love you guys. Au revoir.